Hey YouTube, this is Wrestling Amusement Park Fan 62. I know I've done a lot of wrestling stuff recently, so I want to switch over to amusement parks for a minute. Six Flags' future. Now, Salim Basul, Six Flags' current CEO, has done a okay at most job running Six Flags for the better half of about a year. But with that being said, um, he has done stuff that has turned a lot of people away, such as raised prices, kept things the same, stuff like that. Now, the trouble with that is this, especially with certain parks out there. Um, some of the parks have other parks within like a 2 to 3 hour radius of that. For example, with Six Flags St. Louis, you have Worlds of Fun and Silver Dollar City, all within I think it's like 2 hours of each other. So, or 3 hours, something like that. So, there's that. Now, from the way it looks, he is going to start putting rides in again. Now, I don't know about the rest of the chain, but it looks like at least with the two Texas parks, they are getting something for next year. I'm not entirely sure what. Fiesta Texas is planning something they're supposed to announce next Saturday, December the 10th. Um, and then Over Texas is supposed to announce something soon. The best thing to do if you want to keep up with the Texas parks mostly is go look at JB Thrill's page. He keeps tabs of parks, but he does a lot of the Texas parks. Which now, while we're on the West Coast for a minute, which brings me to um, Magic Mountain. Okay, Magic Mountain recently has basically done it where they have closed during the week and only open on the weekends. So basically, like what a lot of parks do when they first open up in April and March and April, and then a couple of weeks in May. But used to apparently, they used to be open like in the past before they went 365. They used to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Apparently now it's only Saturday and Sunday. Now, the problem with that is this. Most of their staff, I assume, at this point are high school and college kids. The biggest problem they're going to face with opening 2 days a week, except for certain occasions, which I believe is like certain holidays in there and stuff like that. You're not going to be able to keep people that long only working 2 days a week. I think the park's only open like either 10 to 6 or 10 to 6:30 or something like that. 10:30 to 6, something in that ballpark. So if you're the type of person that, for example, is scheduled from 10, let's say 10 to 6, that's about 8 hours, 7 hours, something like that. So you're looking at maybe about 16 hours a week, except for those holiday weekends where you're probably going to get maybe 24 to 30. But the good and bad part about Magic Mountain being closed Monday through Thursday um, is a lot of the stuff that they needed to do throughout the park. So, such as like paint touch ups, change oil in the fryers, stuff like that, they can actually do now instead of having certain restaurants closed to do that sort of thing. Now, I just worry about a lot of the management at those parks because I don't know how much they can do Monday to Thursday to get it ready for the weekend. Um, what's interesting was this past weekend or last week, one I forgot which one. Only two of the coasters were open at Magic Mountain, which was I think like X2 and Twist the Colossus or something like that. So, and that's not good because Magic Mountain typically is neck and neck with Cedar Point. And so that makes you think their staffing must not be in good situations right now. So, the biggest thing for a lot of these parks going into next season is this. Especially certain parks that have other chain parks around it with them constantly adding stuff. Is how is their attendance going to be going into next season? Honestly, it unless a park has added a new attraction or is going to open an attraction, honestly, a lot of the parks are going to suffer. Um, Parks that probably won't suffer, they'll still suffer, but probably not as much, will be Over Texas, depending on what their announcement is, Fiesta Texas, depending on what that announcement is, Magic Mountain with Wonder Woman just opening up back in the summer, and Great Adventure with them opening up Jersey Devil last year. So, um, so this leads us with parks that are going to suffer. New England, Great Escape, Darien Link, uh, over America, or something. Six Flags America, Six Flags over Georgia, Six Flags St. Louis, Frontier City, and Discovery Kingdom. Um, Now, Discovery Kingdom is going to be in a very odd predicament. Oh, probably soon. Because um, with California's Great America closing within the next 10 years or so, possibly. I'll get to that in a second. Uh, that's going to put them at a weird thing because they were always in competition with Great America. Now, the reason why I said possibly is I saw on Airtime Thrills page on the buy and sell where you basically submit something to him and he buys it or he sells it. Not literally, but figuratively. Apparently, the city where it is in didn't even know about that. So that's a whole big mess. And honestly, I don't really know where that is going to lead.